Matthew, it's your time to shine, my friend. We are going to the Bundesliga. We are talking about RB Leipzig taking on Bayern Munich. Harry Kane. I wanted him to succeed. I went out on a limb saying that Harry Kane would win a trophy before Human Son with Sarah earlier season. Then South Korea got knocked out of the Asia Cup, which is crazy to think about. Are these two ever going to win a trophy, Matthew? Are you looking at Son? Are you looking at Kane thinking, you know what, they're just going to be trophyless going forward for the rest of their career? And what's your thoughts on Bayern Munich taking on RB Leipzig after 3 losses in 9 days?
You know what? Surely Bayern can't lose like this one as well.
They
Like I feel,
can. That
you know,
team is looking good for RB Leipzig. They definitely
you
can.
know what's so funny though? You look at this Harry Kane thing, and you thought it was a dead cert. Everyone was saying you're gonna go, you're gonna get your first trophy, it's guaranteed. And then Xabi Alonso just does a madness with his team, and it
Witchcraft
just
has appeared on Harry Kane. That's all I'm saying. Someone's
uh,
put juju on him.
it's just incredible. But you know what? I look at this Bayern team, and I feel like going forward, it's never been an issue up top. Like no matter who they've had, they've always had Kingsley Coman when he was fully fit, Gnabry, all these other guys, Kane, even Choupo-Moting when he was banging goals. But I feel
Thomas
like
Muller.
Thomas all about defensively. I think no matter what they do, it just never works. Like they've signed Kim from Napoli, and I thought, oh, well, okay, they're getting there. They lit his benching. How he starts Upamecano, I'm sorry.
You said it right. I love it. I love it.
This guy now, and it's not just because I love Saliba. Everyone knows I love Saliba, right? But
Shot.
Upamecano is just a walking mistake. Like he's honest, he's awful. I think did he get? I think was it 2 red cards in a row or
Two red
Yeah,
cards in a
two
row.
in
Back to
one
back.
week. UCL and Bundesliga.
like?
Sarah, Sarah, I'm gonna clip this out of spite for those guys that commented, "Oh, you don't watch Bundesliga football. You don't think Upamecano is that good. He gets a red card in the Bundesliga against Bochum." So I'm just like, it's proved our case right
Honestly, I watch him and I feel like because remember when it used to be him and Konate together,
at
and it was
Leipzig.
like, you remember that, and everyone would say Upamecano was the guy. I remember I wanted him at Arsenal, and I was just watching now, thinking, "Thank you God for that." Because no, honestly, he just even was it Man City when Haaland barged him, and there was a clip where they were like, "Stay on him." Like he literally just an error waiting to happen, and yeah, it's quite bad what's going on there. I think I don't know the director's name. He come out and said, we don't have to talk about sacking managers and get rid. But I feel like with Bayern, they're probably looking at seeing what might happen in the second leg. I think once the second leg goes, then they're looking for, you know what, maybe it's time to get rid. But where do they go? You had Nagelsmann, you went for Thomas Tuchel. Was it Xabi Alonso? You know what I mean?
Imagine Hansi Flick, Xavi,
Yeah,
maybe.
Hansi Flick, I've heard that rumor quite a bit now.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's just a German coach merry-go-round.
Yeah, and I feel like with them, there's just a lot of the players there that disgruntled. Like Joshua Kimmich didn't look happy the other day. Goretzka hasn't been happy. So
They've not been
I don't know
happy all
what
season.
you know what I mean. So it is a big concern, but credit to Bayer Leverkusen. They're putting a pressure on, and maybe Bayern can't hack it.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, let's talk about RB Leipzig and how they're challenging for a top four position after having in my opinion, a very impressive game against Real Madrid last week in the Champions League, despite losing 1-0 or 2-0, I think it was last week. I forgot the
1-0.
scoreline. 1-0, yeah, Brahim Diaz with that fantastic goal. But realistically speaking, RB Leipzig are doing quite well this season. They beat Bayern Munich in their first game of the season, again, denying Harry Kane his first ever trophy, which is quite funny to think about. Dani Olmo absolutely killing it as well. But we've been very impressed this season with Lois Openda as well. We were talking about how he's one of the best strikers in European football right now. I wanted to hear your thoughts on RB Leipzig, and you think, can they really shock Bayern Munich away at the Allianz Arena? Again, you've got someone like Eric Dyer starting, former Spurs player who's not been that great since moving to Germany. You're looking at someone like Sasha Bowie, who's not been great since moving from Galatasaray to Bayern Munich over the January transfer. You've got Xavi Simons in form, Benjamin Sesko in form, our boy Lois Openda in form. I want to hear your thoughts on RB Leipzig.
It's one of those games where, again, you see this team in Leipzig that has no pressure on them. They're playing Bayern Munich, so if they lose, the narrative is going to be Bayern are back, it's Bayern Munich. If they win, it's going to be the story continues, Bayern Munich on the downfall and Leipzig kind of coming up and taking advantage of it. But I think they have to go into this as clear of mind as possible, because I think the pressure is all going to be on Bayern. And then when you said Bayern can absolutely lose again just now to Matthew, I think they can, simply because they're all going to be in their heads. Seems like Tuchel has lost the locker room. So how is the, the player manager kind of relationship going. How are the players on the pitch getting along right now? It seems like there's
They're
so
not.
many missing pieces exactly right now that I think Leipzig is a good enough side to take advantage of a Munich side. What happened? Did they
1-0.
score?
1-0.
No.
1-0 Inter.
1-0 Inter.
I'm behind. It's on in front of me.
I changed in the second half because I was behind in the PSV one, so I had to change. Oh, that's crazy. I
Oh
won't spoil it for you. I
no.
won't spoil it for you, but
I
yeah.
just saw the goal
Oh,
scorer as
sorry.
well. The goal scorer said,
Oh, I am behind. To be fair, I was watching this game thinking, how could Inter not have scored in this match?
It was like one of the
They're all
best
over him.
0-0s I've ever seen until that happened. Because it was just chance after chance after chance after chance. And Morata's on the pitch now as well, so you're expecting him to score a last-minute equaliser, I'd say, as well.
No, I went for a 1-0 at the San Siro here. Take him to the Wanda and then you can send him
Prime,
home.
prime Griezmann incoming at home as well, which would be crazy to think about. But yeah, I don't see how, like, when it's a big team losing confidence and losing the way that they have the last couple games as well, you're looking at it and you're literally thinking, like, how can it get better from here? It needs a solid performance on the pitch. It needs solid leadership. And you're looking at the leadership group in Kimmich and Müller. I'd put Neuer in there especially. And you're looking at them and you're thinking, they're not bringing it home for Bayern Munich mentally, because you're having Müller complaining to the press after the Bayer Leverkusen game, Harry Kane complaining to the press. You're having them sulk after the Lazio game in the Champions League as well. It is not looking good for Bayern Munich. And honestly, I mean, we're all here for it. We want that Xavi Alonso first title for Bayern Leverkusen. Shout out Leon, our favorite DAZN reporter as well from Germany. So I want it to be a party in Leverkusen, not in Munich this season. But you expect a lot more from Bayern Munich going ahead. And I'm expecting an RB Leipzig draw away, maybe a 2-2 draw to stop, again, RB Leipzig going into the top four. But again, stopping Bayern Munich from getting or catching up to Bayern Leverkusen as well, I would say.